Welcome back to Gloved Up Garage. So today we're going to see if this car will start. 87 SSP from Jefferson County in Louisville, Kentucky. So to kind of show you where I've had to pick up on this, it had a busted distributor cap. I was just kind of checking out the timing, see where it was at. So put a new distributor cap on. I've got a battery in here out of my Expedition. I don't know if it'll start. Voltage gauge says it's got 12 volts, but we'll see if it'll even turn this thing over. Other than that, I haven't touched it. Verified the timing, top dead center on cylinder number 1, checked the timing order, put that cap on because there was a broken terminal on it, so we'll see where this gets us. Right now, the interior is still the same as it was the last time I did a video. I just kind of moved everything out of the way so that I could get in here and turn the key. So don't even know that it's in neutral or park. It had a B&M hammer shifter in it when I first got it, and I took that out. So I'll turn this over real quick, and yeah, we don't have enough juice. So it's doing the same thing that it was last time. Pretty much, I think what's going on is that the starter solenoid is starting to go out. It sends a signal, you can hear it pop under the hood, but it's not getting enough juice to actually turn the car over. So this is the starter solenoid on the Fox body. What you've got is, this is the signal that comes from the key. This is the side that goes to the battery. This is the side that actually goes to the starter to engage it. So basically what happens when you turn the key, it sends power to here, from here to here. It jumps it. Now you can take a wrench and you can jump this in an emergency. For an example, I've got a car that this wire is broken somewhere in the harness. So to start that car, I just jump it across the terminals. But in this case, I'm gonna charge this battery, and then I'm gonna see if I've got another one of these laying around. I don't think I do. If I don't, I'll just get one on Rock Auto because they're pretty cheap, like 10-15 bucks. So we'll give it a whirl, see if it'll start. I'm gonna let this charge up, and then we'll do this over again. All right, so now I got the battery charger hooked up. I hit this just a second ago before I turned the camera on. I'll show you what it's doing now. That buzz is not normal. Sounds like there's a relay or something over there making some noise. When I turn the key forward, I'm not getting any signal out there under the hood at all. I don't hear it clicking the relay or the solenoid. All I'm hearing is some power transfer under the dash somewhere. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. So I took apart the dash to get the old black one out that was busted up. I've got this other blue dash, and I've got the frame to go back in. There's only a few grounds on the dash and then the grounds to the body. So I don't think it's a ground issue because I know it's getting signal out there under the hood. I just think it's an issue with that starter solenoid where it's locked up. So I'm going to try an old school trick. I'm going to take a mallet or something and just kind of tap on that solenoid, see if maybe it's stuck. Other than that, I really don't have any other options. I know the motor turns over because when I was setting the timing earlier, I had a socket on the crank and I was turning it over by hand with a ratchet. So I know the motor's not locked up. It's got to be an electrical thing, especially with all the noise in here that's not normal. The only relays I can think of over there that would be making noise would be like the computer relay. Fuel pump relay is right there, and I know it's not making noise because I was kind of sitting on the sill right here. Other than that, the only thing I can think of that might keep it from starting is it may not be in park or neutral. It had that B&M shifter in it. I pulled it out. I just threw that shifter, that AOD shifter in here, and I thought that I got the cable back into park. I've got it up on dollies right now, so I really can't, I can't verify right at the second. I guess what I'll have to do is put it up in the air and see if the wheels spin. But for now, I'm gonna try tapping on the solenoid and see if that gets me anywhere. I was walking back over to get something to tap on the solenoid, and I noticed this. So that's the voltage that the battery charger is reading. It's all over the place. So I'm gonna grab my multimeter, hook it up. I'm gonna disconnect the charger. I wanna see if the battery itself could be bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this was bad. I had it in the Expedition. It kept drawing it down. I had to go jump it every couple of days. I wound up putting a new battery in, but I know what the issue is with the Expedition. I've got to rewire my siren controller because it's pretty much hot and on all the time, and it's wearing down the battery pretty quick. So that's one of my weekend projects I haven't got to yet. I'm gonna grab the multimeter, see what this thing is. With the multimeter hooked up, I've got 11.87 volts, which should be enough to start this. Kind of what I expected. I believe this battery is not that good. So what I'm gonna do, little plastic end on the mallet. Just give that a tap, and then we're gonna try this. So I didn't get the buzz this time, which is a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't have anything. .88 volts. This thing's got an electrical gremlin. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into this thing. It is not gonna be a really quick and easy throw a battery in and get it to start. What I need to do is get someone out here to watch the battery while I'm cranking that key and see if the battery is dropping voltage, because technically this thing can have 12 volts on it, but as soon as you put a load and it gets that amp draw on the battery, it could just have a bad cell and it's just draining all the amps out of it. As soon as you let go of the key, the load comes off and the amperage and the voltage is going to come back up. The amperage doesn't really matter. So I'm going to swap this out. This other car I'm working on, it's got an Optima yellow top battery in it. I put a charge on this a while back. I know that it was good, so I'm going to verify that it's still good, and then I'm going to try that battery in my car. All right, Optima battery, 12 volts. It read 1224 without any load on it from the car, but I guess there's something drawing it down a little bit. Maybe some of the electronics are still live in there. We'll give this a shot and see where this gets us. So now we know we have a battery that's got some amps behind it. And that light you see over there is one of the dash lights. Yeah, that's solenoid. I gotta let the circuit breaker reset. Yeah, that solenoid's trash. So I think a combination of a few things. I had a bad battery, and now I've got a bad solenoid. There's a circuit breaker on there that's gonna reset here in a second. And once it resets, then I should have power back inside again. So I gotta dig through my stuff, see if I get a solenoid. If I do, I'll swap it out. All right, so we got the starter solenoid swapped out. Got the battery hooked up. Give this a whirl. I went ahead and threw the seats in and the shifter just to make sure it wasn't gonna like jump out of gear or something if it does start. Let's hit it. Oh, there's fuel pump. How about that? Well, started for a second. Might be out of fuel. At least it starts. We know that much now. Well, there we go. I killed all the power again. Weird. Oh, it just came back on. See if I can give it a little throttle. No. Well, at least I know it starts. Looks like I got some more wiring to do, but at least it turns over. Alright, so we went back through some of the wiring. I did find a ground that was off. Hopefully that's what's causing it to kind of stall out on me there. That may have also caused that issue where it ran and then it shut off and then it had a voltage drop. I just checked the battery. It's still good, 12.2 volts. So put the battery back up. Alright, let's try this again. Creaky box body doors. Alright, let's hit this thing and see what happens. Fuel pump. Little throttle. See if it'll, yeah, there we go. I'll let off the throttle all the way to see if it would idle by itself. So I'm completely off the throttle now. Put my foot on the brake. See if we got any transmission. Well, I'd say the cable popped off the end of the shifter. It wasn't making the best connection when I put it back together, but I thought I had it on there tight enough where it would stay on, but apparently not. So I'll have to see if I've got another clip that holds that cable on. I think there's a bushing that goes on there too. See if I can find that bushing. So, but hey, for now, starts, runs, kind of, sort of. That's one to surge. Yeah. Well, it ran for a little bit. It ran longer this time than it did last time, so I call that a success. So that'll be it for this episode of Gloved Up Garage. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can know when I upload new videos. Right now they're pretty sparse. Feel free to comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are on this project. Should I keep going with it, try to get it running and driving? Should I stop, pull the whole thing apart, and start the restoration? Till next time, thanks for watching.